Alright, so let's get started. So, how did you guys like this slide? This slide, I felt like I just threw like everything I like on there. I'm like, okay, maybe this slide will just like, give you a quick idea of who I am. It also made me feel like I was in grade 8 making PowerPoints, so it was nostalgic in that. Where I slapped everything, I slapped a bunch of pictures onto a slide, changed the angle, and I thought it's like the coolest thing. So there you go. Today's the day, huh? The pre-debut. Let's do this. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. All right, who is me? I'm not Gintoki, that's for sure. So this right here is just a temporary PNG. And once I get like a character designer and get a PNG artist, I'll get a proper PNG. So that's why this whole thing is called a pre-debut. So I'm Yahiko. It's not my real name, and I'm around in my mid-20s. Now, how would I describe myself? So I kind of have trouble describing myself. So that's why I made this whole ass slideshow just to do that. But if I had to describe myself, I'd say like I'm a pretty chill guy with too many hobbies, and you'll see I have way too many. I won't be the type of streamer who like gets overly excited or screams in the mic, so I hope you'll enjoy my comfy streams. Hey, Shu is in here. Welcome, welcome. Hope everyone's doing good. So I've recently graduated and I work from home from full time. So I'm just doing this on the side, and I'm just here to have some fun, interact with the community a bit, and have a good time. Also note that I'm not really role playing any sort of character like other VTubers do. I know I've said, I'm the sweets addicted tutor, but that's literally who I am. Like I am severely addicted to sweets, and I love to teach. Professor Yahiko, yes indeed. So some may be wondering, like, how the heck am I gonna tutor on Twitch? So why not answer that by showing you a demo? So let's break out of the PowerPoint here, and you guys shall see Professor Yahiko. Actually has a good ring to it. So how does the process work? So on Fridays I do drop-in tutoring, and all you have to do is ask in chat, oh, I have a question, I need help with it, and then you'll be put. Then what you do is you take your question and you put it in this channel. You post your question here, and you join the voice chat, and you have to make sure, I'm gonna teach you right now. You're gonna learn trig. And you have to join, make sure to watch the screen share here on the Discord itself. You do not want to watch the Twitch stream because the delay is gonna mess you up. So let's do this. So someone posted a question. It's not really a question, but. So over here. And let me just change the view. There you go. So let's do this. So how long has it been since you guys used SOHCAHTOA? Do you guys remember SOHCAHTOA? Ah, my tablet is upside down. Ain't that great? And this cord is not long enough. So here you go. I'll just be writing like this, and let's say your question is cos 60. How are you gonna solve cos 60? Been like a year. Oh boy, that's not as long as I expected. I expect people to say like a few foreign words. So you can't forget SOHCAHTOA. How can you forget SOHCAHTOA? So these are trigonometric ratios. I personally like to write it like this because it makes the relationship that these are ratios much more clear. See? So then to do this, 7 years. Yeah, see, that's the answer I'm expecting. Don't worry, if you have 2 brain cells, I'll make you have 200 by the end of my tutoring. So cos 60, this is your angle, it's 60. Cosine is this ratio, adjacent over hypotenuse. So this is the adjacent, the one beside the 60, and the hypotenuse is the longest side too. So that means the answer to this is 1/2. And there you go. That's a quick demo of my tutoring. So that's how you go about it. Yes, math time. Glad to see you here, Golden. So what was I doing? All right, back to the whole PowerPoint. Shift F5. All right, good stuff. Here's a cute little like shark or fish that I made with a student once before through online tutoring. So I'm quite proud of this, and she's quite proud of it too. Jeez, I don't know what to say to those type of comments. Oh man, oh yeah, I can go on a rant on the unit circle, and I can like completely like explain it and give a rant on like why teachers just teach the unit circle in the worst way possible, but I won't do that now. But yeah, anywho, cute fishy. I like the shark. We made it through like all these equations together. Yes, protect the fishy, indeed. All right. So why am I doing virtual tutoring? Well, I simply love to teach, and I also thought this was a unique idea. I've been teaching for like 5 years now and 2 years online. So, and throughout high school and university, I've, polished my math skills, and I don't want it to go to waste. So I want to, share my knowledge with everyone else and be able to keep that going. Now for PNG tubing, the biggest reason for PNG tubing is that it's the simplicity, and I don't want to show my face. So for not showing my face, I don't have to get ready. I don't have to fully prepare myself, prepare my camera, prepare my background. I don't have to worry about that whole layer. I also feel pretty odd in front of a camera. I never know how to, properly make my facial expressions in the right place and all that. So streaming is hard. You got to focus on the chat while focus on what you're doing, and I don't also want to focus on my face while doing that. Golden, you got to join me. You got to become a PNG tuber too. I can see it right now. A golden turtle, and it's bouncing up and down like this. You really want to Hoya? Oh, I guess I said it. You got me to say it. Hoya. I feel like it should be longer, the Hoya. So let's go into the temporary PNG I have right now. Yeah, go for it, Sphere. I can imagine you having your little, I don't know how, I'm probably not gonna say this right, your little Karibo. No, Karibo's the right way to say it. Yeah, golden, it's just there, like, yeah, the PNG moved, I'm moving it around. Yeah, you just move it on OBS, so let's go over this. So I thought this one was like the best one to use as my temporary, so I had some other options. Ah, it's not switching. Usually it switches. Let's see what's going on. Oh, I'll do it manually. Oh, you guys saw the whole menu. Oh well. So this was like my other option, but this one, he's too attractive, like he's too hot, like it's weird. Like I can't PNG tube with this one. Like I felt too uncomfortable. I know I use it as my Twitch profile, but I feel like just looking at this and it doesn't personify me. It's just too this picture is like HD, proper HD, but too good looking. And we have this one. Oh shoot, that's huge, yo. Like huge Gintoki. Yeah, this is my classic, Twitter profile picture. And I went into paint and added this mouth. So I thought this was a pretty good one as well. Yeah, can't touch Gintoki on the hotness level. So yeah, this one was a pretty cool idea. Maybe I'll use this for my pixel streams. But this first one I feel like personifies me a bit better. But Gintoki over here looks a bit too lazy. I want to be like, I want to have more emotion. Yeah, the mouth moves. If you have your second picture with a mouth, the mouth can move. Oh yeah, also for that mouth, oh that's my rage mode. For the mouth, I like went into paint and literally drew an oval and then filled each individual pink pixel by itself. I put some effort into this one. Yes, the mouth moves. Also, if anyone needs help with PNG tubing, it's actually not that bad. I'll tell you the software. It's in my credits. Oh, I forgot to add a credit slide. Oh well. So let's see. What did I want to do? I want to go to the next slide. I need to bring up my menu. All right, so light goals for streaming. Hey Ryuji, welcome. Nice to see you here as well. So light goals for streaming. So yeah, I didn't really want to make this slide because I didn't feel like it was something I'd do. Like, I don't really have like proper goals or anything. I don't have any lofty goals. But I thought it's like, good to give like what I want to do with this channel. So I simply just want to have fun with the community, even if it's tiny. So let's start. So my first goal is to always have a consistent 3 viewers. Now, I personally don't care too much about numbers, but I'd be lying if I said I want to stream to no one, like to have no audience at all. So I think having this goal, just having consistent 3 viewers, and it doesn't 3 active viewers, and it doesn't have to be the same 3 people. I think it'd be good. I'll have fun with that. So that's what I'm aiming for. So advertising myself to actually get students. So let's be realistic here. It's gonna be pretty hard for me to get students, as a lot of people are shy. They have to get on a voice call and get on stream to be tutored. So I want to actually put effort into being able to advertise myself and be able to get students into the stream on Fridays. I don't know if this is a goal. Oh, me? I'm going to be teaching math and physics. So that's all I teach, because that's all I'm good at. I'm only good at math and physics. That's about it. Yeah, I don't know if this one is a goal. But yeah, just constantly improving myself, my layout, social media. Like, I just wanted to jump into streaming before I don't even have my full PC built, and just get a bit of experience on how to communicate with everyone. It's the opposite of what I'm good at. But don't worry, I'll help you out, Ryuji. If you need math help, come in my stream. Another reason for streaming is I want to get better at speaking, as I feel like I'm not the best at conversation, but I want to, try to keep on getting better at speaking. 15 years ago, you can still learn math. You'll see on Friday. You can come join me, even though it's not a drop-in tutoring. So I feel like trying to entertain an audience will get me a bit better at speaking. Also, so I want to be able to express myself more, as it's quarantine, we're all stuck. I barely talk to people. A lot of people, consider me boring, but I've never really thought that. I have a lot of hobbies, and with those come a lot of thoughts and opinions, but I can never really express them properly. So I hope through streaming I get to express more of what I watch and what I do to you guys, and hopefully you can express to me. Oh, thank you, Amy. Thank you. Yeah, Violet, come, let's learn physics. I'm a bit rusty. I haven't taught physics in a while, so let's learn together. Oh yeah, so let's try practicing expressing myself now. So yeah, I'm a weeb. Big surprise there. And yes, I know. This is a lot. This is a lot. I tried my best. I wanted to cut more anime from here, but I just couldn't. I just couldn't cut these ones. I wanted to cut more because this slide is too long. But yeah. So people have, you know, their 5x5, so I guess this is like my 5x5 in a different form. You support Eren Yeager, jeez. Yo, he got like best antagonist and best protagonist. That's pretty funny for the Crunchyroll Awards. Yeah, you don't know half of these. Yeah, that's the point of this. So I went with more unique choices. So everybody knows I watched Jujutsu Kaisen, Gintama, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. So I kind of went with more of the unique choices, and I'll be going through them. So hopefully you guys can come out of a recommendation. Also gives you a good idea what you can talk about with me on stream. Yes, Megalo Box, we'll get into that. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Kirby, for saying I have good taste, because that's my exact intention with this slide. To show this slide and be like, yo, this guy has taste. And thank you for that. Thank you. So let's start. On the left, we have Barakamon. Hopefully you can see my mouse. Can you see my mouse? Ah, spoiler. I guess not. All right. Anywho, we have Barakamon on the very top left. So the guy in the blue is a calligraphy artist, and what he does, he has like perfect calligraphy, but it doesn't have the emotion, it doesn't have expression. And so he gets sent to an island where he gets to socialize with people and see some nature to get more expression into his calligraphy, as opposed to being like perfect robotic calligraphy that he has mastered. So he meets this little girl, which I believe is an orphan. My memory isn't the best. And they go, they learn lessons together. He learns a bit more about communicating with people, as he was just a shut-in. And it's kind of like a father-daughter relationship that these two have, because she doesn't have parents and the whole island takes care of her. So it's kind of like slice of life with a bunch of lessons. So where did I get my name Yahiko? So it's not from the character Naruto. It's a character from Rurouni Kenshin. And I really liked him as a kid, so I had that name. So next up is March Comes in Like a Lion. And my god, this show was stellar. I didn't expect something to break into my top 10 so easily, but this absolutely smashed it. So this is a story about depression and managing through that depression. Now I say that, so most people might think this is a gloomy or dreary show, but no, it's pretty uplifting. It has a positive vibe throughout. It has very wholesome moments, and I highly recommend it. So the main character is a shogi player, which is like Japanese chess, and you see him go through a struggle of depression. So next up we have Katsuki no Yona, and this one is just a great overall show. I feel like it has something for everyone. It has romance, good action, good characters, adventure, and it's just a good story. So this is a princess, and again, my memory is not the best, but something happens where she has to join these people and go on like a quest together. I was told a story I wrote once. Depressed parents and experience song snapping me out of one. Yo, music has that power. Music truly has that power to help you through your sad moments, and I love music for it. Next up we have Asobi Asobase. This I can only express as the most chaotic comedy you'll ever see. It's just crazy. Like, they just do the weirdest shit, like absolutely weirdest shit. So if you think that interests you, give it a watch. Really good comedy. Next up we have Achikochi, and this is just a comedy slice of life. And this one is like a full-on comfort anime. I can put on any episode of this and just watch it. So Achikochi is the one with the pink umbrella. I keep forgetting you guys do not see my mouse. And yeah, comfort anime, really good. I really love the animation. Animations are super cute. And the next one beside that is also a comfort anime for me, and it brings me nostalgia for high school. Both of them, Achikochi and the one on the right of the pink umbrella. And this one is just a really good romantic comedy with also very pretty animation. Next up, we have Great Pretender. This is a show about heists and, conning con men. And it's just absolutely amazing. The sense of adventure you get from it, the sense of thrill that you get for it is great. I thought the ending was a bit too over the top. So if you go in without like super high expectations and just go in with the mindset of having a fun time, you're gonna have a good time. If you like the movie Catch Me If You Can, this one's definitely up your alley. Oh yeah, I agree. Anime just always gives you high school high school vibes. You're stuck in it. High school indeed sucked. But for me, like the last year of high school was nice, but other than that, yeah, it wasn't a good time. But high school is like where you go and find yourself. Who wouldn't go through it again for a Persona? So next up we have Megalo Box, which me and Violet love, and I'm sure maybe some other of you guys love too. So the first season, really good underdog story, action story, and it's great. And then season 2 got an announcement, and I'm like, why does it need a season 2? Season 1 was amazing. And oh boy, season 2 just blew season 1 out of the water. It was just such a story of redemption and how to right your wrongs and what sort of consequences come out of them. A super moving story that I highly recommend. I also have a super hot take for Megalo Box, and you guys can hate me for it, is that if you don't care about an underdog story or action, you can skip the first season and just watch the second season, because I feel like everybody really needs to experience that. Oh, I remember Yoka. Yoka was nice. Next up, we have Wotakoi, and yeah, it's weebs in the office. So you guys have been talking in the chat about high school. So this one is not in high school. So I love it for it. I love that it's not in high school and it's in an office setting, and they're adults. They still love anime, and you go through their romantic journey. It also has Gintoki's voice actor in it. So if you're into that, definitely go for it. I love Gintoki's voice actor in this show and in any show. Yes, Wotakoi, another Wotakoi fan, Kirby, let's go. Next up we have Claymore. This was a good action. I have no recollection of Claymore, but I really liked it as a kid. Probably shouldn't have watched it as a kid, but what can I do? Have a countdown for volume 6. Volume 6 for what? Oh, is that for Wotakoi? Next up we have Colorful. Some people like this movie, some people don't. It's a movie about suicide, and I think they went through an interesting take with the movie about suicide. So I believe he goes through suicide, and then someone else goes into his body and lives his life. So pretty unique story. Some may not like it, but if you're interested for a unique type of story, so I'd go for that. Oh, Claymore manga is better? Okay, maybe I'll just maybe instead of rewatching it, I'll just watch the manga. Because I know Claymore is a bit older, 2006, so I can understand why the anime isn't the best. The next one, Daily Lives of High School Boys. Also has Gintoki's voice actor. And it's just a great high school comedy. Like, you can't touch it. Like, you can't touch this anime. It's just that good. I absolutely love it. It's just a bunch of silly shorts of boys doing silly boy things in high school. Yeah, I really like Colorful. Some of the complaints I've read about it are valid, but I thought they were going for a unique take, and I think it pulled it off fine. Yeah, the sponsorships, oh man, good times. Next up we have Death Parade, and this is Squid Game. The disrespect I just gave to Death Parade, oh boy. Alright, but for real, Death Parade is a great show. So basically, it makes two people play a game, and these two people are already dead. the winner goes to heaven, or the winner of the game goes to heaven and the loser goes to hell. It's not technically heaven or hell, but it's easier to explain that way. Now, as these two people play, they uncover, basically they lost their memory of how they died. And slowly, while playing through this dangerous game, they learn more and more about it. So it's kind of like a mystery in that aspect that unravels as the intensity of the game ramps up. So if you're into that, definitely give it a shot. I believe one of the games was darts, and every like dart hit would like attack the other person's organ. It's not super violent, but it's like a death game in a sense. After that, we have Doro, and this is just a grim tale through and through. I feel like it's a grim tale that shows you that in any despair, there's still a hope of light. This show has a slow pace. I thought the pace was perfect. So if you can't handle a slow pace, I wouldn't recommend it. But I feel like the slow pace is nice, gets you through slowly, and has good build up. You also get to see the bond that forms between these two people, and this guy's like an emotionless human, and every time he kills a spirit, so it's set in like a spirit type of fantasy world, and you get to see their bond together. And as it grows, and you see how he gets more like emotions in a sense, and each body part and comes with it. So really good like mini stories within each episode. Yo, you gotta get on it. You gotta finish Doro. I know sometimes like it might be like slow, but you got. I think it's fully worth a full watch. Next up, we have Eizouken, and this one is a story about animation. So you have these 3 high school girls, and now I say high school like every other anime is high school, but I feel like this high school is in a much more interesting setting, and they go through trying to make their own anime. So throughout the whole show, you learn so much about animation, and it gives, you know, all the anime you have watched already a lot more depth and how much work goes into that production. So they go about it in the most unique and entertaining way possible. They even make mini shorts, which are absolutely stellar. You're 6 episodes away from finishing. Finish it. It's 6 episodes good. 6, like, you should be hooked by then. Thank you, Kirby. I feel like I'm going too long with this, but if you guys are enjoying, I'm happy. Next up, we have Gakuen Babysitters, and this is just like a super cute, wholesome show about, you know, babysitters babysitting babies. And you just go through, you know, babies doing cute shit. Like, how can you go wrong with that? Cuteness incarnate, definitely. So this show is really nice because I took care of my little brother when he was a baby, and then I watched this show. So it reminded me of when he was a baby a lot. And then now recently I have a nephew. He just turned 3. And my nephew is basically Kotaro, the green baby, with the blue baby combined. So he's just like a tornado, but also like a cute silent kid at times. It's crazy. That kid is too hard to take care of. Yes, right next to Helsing. I keep forgetting you guys cannot see the mouse. Yeah, so I hope you guys can, you know, I'm trying to give the quickest description I can, and if you guys can come up with a recommendation. What's to the right of Megalo Box? So to the right of Megalo Box is Wotakoi. Next up, we have Helsing, and if you like a badass vampire or just anyone badass just killing shit up, and you like, you know, a gothic story, then yeah, Helsing is the way to go. If you like Devil May Cry, watch Helsing. I like Helsing, so I'm gonna play Devil May Cry. I still haven't played it yet, but that's about it. Now, Mob Psycho is like the basic show that I have in here, so I tried to not put basic shows here, but I couldn't keep Mob Psycho out. It's just a great, wholesome story. So the story is about, even if you're super talented or you're super special, I wouldn't say special, or you have power or you have some great skill, at the end of the day, you're still a human, and you still have to treat other people like humans, no matter what type of skill you have or what type of status you have. Also, a great lesson on how that you control your own life. Yes, Mob definitely deserves love. That's why I couldn't cut him off. I cut off other ones. Yeah. Oh yeah. Make sure to watch. Oh damn. Make sure to watch Hellsing Ultimate. I actually like the OG, but I just recommend Ultimate because, as you said, Amy, the visuals are great. Next up, we have Natsume Yujincho, and this is one of the most peaceful animes I've ever watched in my life. You just put it on and you're just in awe. It's a story about yokai, which is spirits, Japanese spirits. So you're like kind of in a peaceful, magical world in a sense. And you go through his story, and each spirit has their own story, and you go through that. It has quite a lot of episodes, so no need to binge this type of show. You can just put it on the background when you can watch. Yeah, Shiki's on here. I'll get to that. Yeah, Eimer is great, dude. Eimer's always killing it. So now we're on the bottom left, because I keep forgetting. Bottom left is Hinamatsuri, the one with the orange balls. And this is like the most underrated comedy show on here, in my opinion. I still think it's highly underrated. So Hinamatsuri just is a good comedy, like I said. And then halfway through it, it just bashes you on the side of the head with emotion. It's one of the... I really love, like, just like Gintama, where you have those emotional scenes. I never expected Hinamatsuri to have those, and like Violet said, absolute comedy gem. Good story, good characters. I absolutely recommend this show. Shiki has a good dub. Maybe I'll check that out. Next up is Ascendance of a Bookworm. So this one is also interesting. So this one's an isekai, but it's not your typical isekai. We have this rich girl. I don't know if she's a rich girl or princess. I can't remember because they only talk about it in the first episode. Yes. Okay, you watched Hinamatsuri. Amy, you have good taste. You're telling me I have good taste. You have good taste yourself. And yeah, it truly does. Yo, the homeless scene, I can't get over that. Back to Ascendance of the Bookworm, which is this blue girl. She was... I guess she was born in like the 1900s, and she was like a rich girl, and she loved books. She was a total bookworm. She somehow died and transported to a world like in the 1500s, in the medieval era. And she was, sad for a bit that she's now in the 10-year-old girl body. But now her goal is to make the most of it and to make a book. Her goal is to make a book and maybe run a bookstore. So that's the whole premise of the show. And you go over some interesting stories, the struggles that medieval people faced, and how she uses her knowledge to help people and grow her business. So one time, like, nobody knew how to make a cake, but she knew the ratios, so she made a cake and everybody was super surprised. And then she took that recipe and sold it for a bunch of money. And you just go through that. Next up, we have Run with the Wind. And oh boy, this anime is just highly motivational. So Run with the Wind, you have this guy in the green jacket, right? And this guy's dream is to run the Hakone, which is a 10-man marathon. Now, he sadly doesn't have anyone to run with, so what he does is he tricks everyone to have cheap rent at his house. So everybody starts living with him because it's cheap rent, and then he's like, nah, it's only cheap rent because you have to run the marathon with me. Now, hearing that, you're probably like, okay, no way in hell these 10 people are gonna run the marathon with this random dude. And the show takes that disbelief and does it so properly. Never once have I felt like the show was unrealistic in terms of people's goals and motivations onto why they actually ended up joining the green jacket guy to actually run the marathon. And that to me is just so hard to write, that they made that whole part realistic, that they were able to make those people, Haiji or the green jacket guy was able to convince them. And each character has their own story, and you go through each story, and that each of their stories is motivational by itself. So I highly recommend this one as well. It's a good show. It also tells you like what does it mean to run. Now this is like a super high level thing. So obviously these 10 people are not going to run for the rest of their lives, but they end up learning what it means to run and then apply it to their life in the future. Yes, check it out, Violet. Next up we have Kekai Sensen. And if you like shonen, watch this one. It's great. What's my favorite thing about it is the setting. The setting is amazing. It's unique. So I definitely would give this one a watch. We have Parasite. I guess I would classify this as a psychological thriller. Basically, some alien gets into his hand and he goes through it. I thought it was a unique anime. It goes through themes of humanity. Because, you know, it's like making parallels between aliens and humans and all that type of relationship. Horror in a loose sense. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed Parasite. I don't remember too much because my memory is awful. Horror in the shonen sense, okay. But I quite enjoyed it. Beside this alien looking dude, we have these two cute girls. And this show is called The Demon Girl Next Door. And it's a comedy anime through and through of, you know, cute girls doing cute shit. That's it. Great show. So if you're into that, go for it. I never watched a magical girl show before, but if you like magical girl shows, I'm pretty sure you'll also like this because they kind of parody it. Next one we have Iruma-kun. Iruma-kun goes to demon school. So basically the blue guy's parents were basically forcing him into slave labor, and not like actual slave, they were just forcing him into labor. And the demon king never got a child, so he went to his parents and bought a human child and placed him in a demon world or a demon high school. Now, if any demon finds out he's a human, he's gonna die. This anime just like reminds me of my childhood because it reminds me of like the anime I watched as a kid as well. So you just go through his journey of trying to survive and trying to learn how to communicate with demons, making friends with demons. So it's a cute little show. And it's a nice show. Yeah, it has good comedy too. Forgot to mention that. Really good comedy. Thank you, Violet. The one after that is Tsuki ga Kirei. And this show, this is a romance show, a fully romance, not like a rom-com. And this is like the most innocent romance you could ever watch. So it's romance between two middle schoolers, so not even high school, and the struggles of a first relationship and what it goes through. And it's kind of modern too, like they're texting each other, so I really like that touch in terms of modernism. My favorite thing about Tsuki ga Kirei, which is I guess kind of a spoiler, but they actually date. They actually end up dating around the start. Like it's not like other anime where the season finale is they ask each other out, they start dating, and then the season ends. So I really love that. Yeah, I've heard you Sphere talk about Bloom Into You. Oh, I'm hiding everything, aren't I? I forgot to switch my view. There you go. So that's Tsuki ga Kirei, which is like the one with the blue background. I'm definitely gonna watch. Oh, welcome Under Fluffies. I don't think I saw you in chat. I'm gonna watch Bloom Into You then. That sounds interesting. I'll give it a shot. Next up we have Shiki, and this is I guess a horror anime. I'm not really too into horror, but what I really love is psychological thriller and the creepy vibe that this anime gives. And it has a gripping narrative to it as well. So the whole vibe, the creepy vibe, I love. I don't like. Maybe that's what horror is. Horror to me just means like jump scares and stuff, but I absolutely love Shiki. So if you want like a zombie anime, go for this. Or was it a vampire? I think it's vampire and zombies. Can't remember. Yeah, Yuru Camp. Okay, so before Yuru Camp, we have the orange one, which is A Place Beyond the Boundary. No, that's another anime. This is A Place Beyond the Universe. And this show is just such an inspiring show on making you want to travel. So this show over here is gonna inspire you to travel. So the main character really wanted to travel the world, but her parents didn't let her. but she somehow ended up forcing. She basically like kind of ran away from home to travel, and they end up somehow traveling to Antarctica. So the first half of the show is their struggles on getting to Antarctica. So like one of the girls loses her wallet with her passport, and you go through that whole dilemma, and then you see them in Antarctica, and you just go through that journey, and it's inspiring. It teaches you that you should go out and travel and experience new things. Yeah, so for Shiki, yeah, I like that it's just more about the creepiness and the neat concepts through vampires and going through that. And then me and Violet love Eurocamp. It's just cute girls camping. What more does one need? Super wholesome, good characters, good animation. Definitely watch Eurocamp. It's also getting a movie soon. Thank you, Kemp. How do I say your name? Is it just Kemp? I need to know. Mention the backgrounds. What backgrounds? So Eurocamp has this sunset and dark night background. It's at the bottom right. I don't remember the backgrounds, but Eurocamp is on the bottom right. At the top, so we can start off with that big wolf at the very top, is Princess Mononoke, which is my favorite Miyazaki movie. And it's like a story about humans taking over nature. And this girl is a princess of wolves or something, can't remember, but you go through that, you see humanity at its worst, going through nature, cutting things out, and it conveys that type of message. Oh yeah, now I remember. So in Eurocamp they go across Japan or through various popular camping sites in Japan, and the animators also went there to animate it properly. Tornadoes? Not sure about tornadoes. All right, next to the big wolf, we have Wolf Children. And this one is my favorite movie of all time. I don't want to spoil too much of it, but it's just a great movie about motherhood. So if you want a movie about motherhood, of taking her kids, the struggles through taking kids, because these kids are special, right? They're wolf children. They're not regular children. So I guess you can kind of relate it to parents who take care of kids with difficulties and the struggles they have to go through. Ah yes, Violet. Come back and let me know how that goes for watching Wolf Children. I thought that was Tornadoes on the bottom right. Oh, Toradora? No, it's Eurocamp. Toradora was nice too. I remember watching that in high school. Oh yeah, Maquia had some really good emotional moments. Alright, we're almost done here. We have Digimon the Movie, which is just a super comfort movie for me. Really love the vibe. I watched it like 100 times as a kid, so I couldn't not put it here. I don't feel like any other movie has captured the vibe that Digimon Movie has. I always remember the scene where the baby sister is crying and with a whistle in her mouth, and then the big Digimon appears to save her. Like that scene goes hard. Next up we have Sword of the Stranger. So Sword of the Stranger, we have some ex-samurai and basically ends up protecting the kid. Easiest way I can explain it is kind of like The Last of Us, where it's a father-daughter story. This is kind of like a father-son story. As you go through the setting a bit more, you get to learn these two bond together, you get to learn a bit more of their pasts, and you go through that story. Now for this, the last fight is absolutely amazing. I would just watch the whole movie just for that fight. It's really good. What else about Sword of the Stranger did I want to mention? No, I think that's it. Oh yeah, so if you like Samurai Champloo, I think Sword of the Stranger is a good watch if you like action. It kind of has like the Samurai Champloo vibe. Next up we have Perfect Blue, and Perfect Blue was one of the greatest animation experiences I've had in my life. And I don't want to spoil it. This was like the best experience of my life because I watched it blind. Samurai Champloo. Yeah, it sounds like shampoo, definitely. But it's spelled like champ, like champion, champ, and then plu. Champloo. It's spelled champloo. Champloo. Yeah. OST. Oh, the OST for Sword of Stranger is also nice. Anyway, Perfect Blue. I don't want to spoil it, but if you have any triggers or trigger warnings, make sure to check those trigger warnings before you watch this movie. But other than that, highly recommend going into Perfect Blue blind. Alright, we're done with anime. That was one of my hobbies. So for games, I didn't want to go through the same thing. I didn't want to put my favorite game or a whole list. So I thought for my hobby of games that I'll just go over what I want to stream. So on the left is what I would categorize as hack and slash. And hack and slash is my favorite genre. I absolutely just love the thrill I get from just running around and slashing things, especially when there's some sort of difficulty to it as well. I love a challenge. But even though I love hack and slash so much, I've not played many of them. Like from this list, I've only played Bayonetta and Fury. So I really want to play the other hack and slash games. So I hope I can experience that with you guys. Yes, Nier. I've been wanting to play Nier forever. I also really want to play Bloodborne, but it's not on PC, so I'm stuck. In the middle, we got some miscellaneous Yakuza series I definitely want to play. I've seen so many other people play the Yakuza series, and it's great. What more can you say? It's just fun. If you're a Gintama fan, I recommend playing Yakuza as well. There's just a lot of, like, the side stuff is just super silly, kind of like in Gintama. No Kirby. Okay. The new Kirby is coming out on Switch, right? So maybe I'll stream that just for you. Maybe I'll get that game and stream it because it's looking sick. So that new Kirby game on Switch, I'll probably get it and play it with you guys. Yeah, Yakuza humor is so good. Too good. Yo, Wiley, you like Yakuza? Yo, watch Gintama. Get on Gintama already. Yeah, the new Kirby looks so good. It looks so good. I looked at him, yo, I want to play this. We have Okami. Okami looks like a beautiful game as well. I'm just surprised I never played Okami yet. Somehow I missed it. So I want to play it on stream. The only visual novel I ever played was Phoenix Wright. I played all of it. I played Greatest Attorney as well. I'm a huge fan. And so people of that series always recommended me AI Somnium Files. It's also getting a sequel, so I want to play that as well. Yes, get on Gintama. We get everyone on Gintama here. On the right, we have indies. Not the top right. I'll get into that. So we have Messenger. So Sea of Stars is coming out, which is like a JRPG like Chrono Trigger. And I'm really interested in that one. So I want to play The Messenger, which is made by the same people. And I think it's a prequel or a sequel. Can't remember. But I want to go through it. Next up, we have Ori. I've heard this is a beautiful game. And I think it has some emotional stuff too. So I definitely watch it. Oh, now you can see my mouse. Weird. Anyway. Next up, we have Crosscode. I saw gameplay of Crosscode and I'm like, I'm in. It looked fun. So that's why it's here. You only played Steins Gate. I want to play Steins Gate too, but I don't know if I have the time to play Steins Gate. Oh, you played Crosscode. Oh, nice. These ones are Dead Cells and Hades. What's the genre called? Roguelikes? So I definitely, maybe on like off days, like unscheduled streams, I'll play Dead Cells and Hades. And Hyper Light Drifter really looks nice. I really like the pixel art, so I want to play that as well. Also, I want to play through the whole Metroid series. So I'm glad that Sphere is here, or Sphere is here. He sees Metroid and Castlevania. Help me out. Because I don't think I'll be... For those early games, like, it's going to be hard. For Metroid and Castlevania. Oh, is Dead Souls hard? Damn. Okay, well, I'll have fun with it. Next up we have music. So as I said, I have a ton of hobbies. What can one do? So for music, I really love any type of music, any genre, any language. If it sounds good, I'll listen to it. So if you want, send me a recommendation. I do have a music channel as well, so you can post your songs there. On the left, we have Vocaloids from my favorite producer, Pinocchio P. What I love about... So Vocaloids is not always those chip tune, happy, very positive type of songs. There's also some really dark, depressing songs, and those are the ones I love the most because they have unfiltered lyrics. There's no filter to them. They're not made by companies, they're made by people, and they express their emotions through such a raw way through those songs, and I absolutely love it. Hey Vincent, welcome. I don't know if you rated. I can't really see Twitch right now because I'm on one of the worst. I'm on my terrible laptop, so I'm just checking things through OBS. Also, if anyone has... Actually, I won't say that. What was I saying? Okay, so yeah, for music, I'll listen to anything that sounds good. On the top right, we have K-pop. This is Winner. This is my favorite boy group, and I went to their concert in Canada. It was angelic, amazing. Dreamcatcher is my favorite girl group, and I feel like Dreamcatcher is like your gateway into K-pop if you really like anime openings. So lots of their songs sound like anime openings. They have rock. It's great. Oh, no worries. Not a big deal. Not a big deal, Vincent. I just wanted like to make sure because I can't see. And then my second favorite girl group is Red Velvet, and I also saw them in Canada. Sadly, Dreamcatcher didn't come. So since Vincent joined, I'm just gonna show him this slide. So Vincent, these are the games that I'm interested in streaming. On the left, we have hack and slashes. We have the Yakuza series and some indies. I saw you playing Hades, so I added that in here. I think they'll be nice for those off-schedule streams. So I feel like this is like the most important slide. Hey, yeah, come join me. I'm surprised I never played Okami yet. All right, now we're into another one of my hobbies. Like I said, way too many hobbies. So here we have baking. So go ahead, while I explain my baking, let me know what your guys' favorite desserts are. So, Violet's here. So Violet is a fan of Adam Ragusia, which is a YouTube channel. So he made this strawberry Gillette. So a strawberry Gillette is a strawberry pie, but with no pie pan. So it's kind of, I should have probably put a better picture, but so it's basically a strawberry pie with no pie pan, and that's what I made over here. And it came out great. Pie dough was made from scratch. It was good, and these strawberries were freshly picked. So we have strawberries here because Gintoki loves strawberries. We have strawberry muffins, which are my family's favorite. And yeah, I make these strawberry muffins a lot. We have these pistachio muffins, and these tasted heavenly. I put some rock sugar on top for that good textural crunch. Left, we have a basic looking brownie, but man, this brownie was good. So this brownie was Joshua Weissman's recipe, and I loved it. It was great. Oh boy, yo, those sweets temptations at night, you can't get over it. Oh yeah, also I'm sorry, Vincent. He's on a diet, and I have to show him this slide again. I'm like torturing him at this point. So we have this donut. This is like a coconut cake. It looks like a donut. Everyone says that, so it's great. I want to make croissants one day. For sure. We have this red velvet cake, and my god, this red velvet cake was crazy hard to make. There's too many steps, too many damn steps. I feel like I made like a professional red velvet cake here. But yo, it turned out so good. I know it doesn't look red, we messed up the food coloring, but it was like the best red velvet cake I had. Really good. Cheese cream frosting, of course. All right, one more week, Vincent. You got this. You can do this. So red Velvet, if I recall correctly. I feel like it has cocoa and lemon. There's a certain ingredient that makes it... It doesn't make it red, because red is usually the food coloring. I'll have to look it up, I can't remember. But it's definitely different than a chocolate cake. It has a more rich flavor. A velvety flavor. Above here we have some puff pastry I made. I didn't make the dough from scratch, I just made some cool shapes. You have cheesecake, some souffle pancakes that I've not mastered yet. As you look, they're a bit deflated, but what I love about souffle pancakes is like if you mess them out, they still taste really good. I'll look it up. I'll tell you what it is. For a red velvet flavor. You have a cinnamon bun, you have some homemade bread I made, and then these two on the right isn't really baking, but I thought might as well put it. This is like my fried chicken sandwich I made that came out absolutely amazing. And this is the first time I ever made rice. This is chickpea rice, and I'm so happy that it didn't turn out dry. Sorry, I'm happy it didn't turn out wet. I'm happy it turned out dry. Not like super dry, like. And it tasted good. Of course, lots of improvements can be made with this rice, but I'm just happy the texture was good. Yo, share it with me, Kirby. Share me that. Make it and share it with me. I'll love to see it. Yeah, you can't go wrong with brownies. I want to put like stuff inside the brownies, but I don't know. Sometimes, you know, simple is good too. But I'll try it out. All right, so another hobby I've been kind of getting into now is like PC building, and just like desk setup in general. So right now I'm running on this shitty laptop, and it's on its last legs, but I'm making it work. So I have my PC build. I ended up getting a 3060 Ti. A friend hooked me up, so I'm so happy for that. Thank God. I'm the type that, you know, just wants to build once and just not upgrade for like 5-6 years. I'm still running on this phone that's like 5 years old, but it's doing good. Also been watching a bunch of keyboard videos, so I've been getting into that. So we have Bearded Captain still here. He's gonna be helping build my PC and my keyboard. So what do you guys think? Let me know how this color scheme looks like for my keyboard. So these are the keycaps. The blue background is just is not the actual keyboard. Oh yeah, oh, you remember that Chromebook tweet? Yeah, the battery, the website recommended me to switch my laptop to a Chromebook because of a battery issue. Like they full out just avoided telling me how to fix it. So most people really go for the keyboard sound, but I personally like a silent keyboard, so I got these silent linears. You have a question? Go for it. Not this laptop. You need to, so I don't think it's the battery is the problem, it's the charger. It's the charger. So if it's not giving enough wattage, if the cable is a bit bent, yeah, the laptop is not gonna fully power. Like even now it's like draining slowly all plugged in. All right, my streaming schedule. So just take a moment to appreciate how nice it looks, because I'm just so happy that I was able to make it look so clean. Yes, I'm a huge fan of ease. A lot of my Twitter peeps love ease, so I have to put it in here. So I'll be playing the very first ease on Sunday, and it came out on the PC-88, which is like in 1988, so that's crazy. That ease has been around for that long. So on Sundays will be my ease Sundays, so I'll be cycling through the game. So after this, I'll play the oldest ease 2, and then maybe I'll play one Root of Origin, and then I'll play the oldest ease 3, and then I'll play like the oldest ease 4, like Mask or Dawn, whichever's older. So every Sunday I'll just be streaming ease. Yes, Twitter gang rise, Twitter ease gang rise. Hey, Black Hole. Okay, you love Katana Zero. I'll be playing it today, so I'm glad you like it. We'll enjoy that together. So Fridays are my tutoring streams. So Now, if I don't have any students, or after I tutor one student and there's like a bunch of time between the next student who's gonna come in. Oh yeah, welcome Black Hole. I'm gonna be streaming Brilliant. You guys have probably seen the annoying YouTube ads on Brilliant, and I'm kind of curious on how it is. So you can come learn with me. Someone was saying they're bad at math and didn't do math in 15 years. You can come watch my stream and learn with me while going through Brilliant. So Fridays will be kind of like tutoring and any other fun educational stuff. I meant over Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays will be my Mega Man Mondays. So I'm going to be playing the very first Mega Man. And yeah, you can come watch me be terrible. This Mega Man doesn't even have a dash, so oh boy, I'll be in for a lot. Alright, so what I need help with. So like I said, it's probably hard to get students onto stream, so I actually need help spreading the word for tutoring. So if you have any friends in high school, or you have any cousins or siblings, let them know if they ever need help to come on down on a Friday and get some help. Next up, as this PNG is temporary, I want to make my own character design. And so I want character designer recommendations and PNG artist recommendations. Also for Fridays, I probably can't stream Brilliant forever, so if you guys have any fun educational game recommendations or any interesting educational content, let me know. I'll stream it on Fridays. I need help with audio. I believe audio is like the most important thing in a stream, so please always let me know if my audio is fine, if it's too loud or too low. Yo, maybe I should. Maybe I should just do cool math games. Yo, that actually sounds fun. I forgot about that. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. All right, now we'll get into socials. So on the left, we have my original Twitter account, which I'll just be, as this whole slideshow has seen, I have way too many damn hobbies, and this one on the left is a mess of account. It's just a whole conglomeration of all the stuff I like, and I tweet. Anything I like, I retweet it. So that's that, and while on the right is more focused on my streaming stuff. And then we have my Discord, so let me do this command. So the Discord channel, so over here we have quick math and quick physics help. And then obviously we have general and stream description, that explains itself. So it's quick because I'm greedy and I want you guys to come into stream if you need math and physics help. But this channel is good if you have a quick question or you have a follow-up question from the stream. Other school help, you can ask any school question you want there that's not math or physics. And hopefully the community can help you out because I'm only good at math and physics. I know a little bit of coding, so if you have coding questions, I can try my best to help out there. Next up, we have school discussion or rant. So if you have a teacher that only teaches you formulas and never explains the formulas and you want to rant about that, go for it. I'm all for it. Teachers just do not teach well, and I always love ranting about it. Also, you can talk shit about the education system in there. Go for it. And then the other ones are self-explanatory. We have fun TV shows, which will probably be anime at this point. And you have the other channels. And then the bottom voice channels is for my drop-in tutoring streams, where in this channel, you post your question, and then this channel is where I will help you. All right, and that's it. My God, that was longer than I thought. So you guys have any questions? It can be anything. You can ask me like my favorite dessert. It could be a silly question, any sort of question you want. Let me know while I take a water break. Thank you, Amy. I'm glad you did, because I was worried. I'm like, yo, is this too long? The anime slide was too long, but other than that, I think we went good. Thank you, Violet. I thought I was just kind of rambling for some of the anime, so that's nice to hear. So thank you guys for the stream's not over, but thank you guys for coming into chat, talking with me while I went through my introduction slides, and giving me your support. We're gonna have some fun with Katana Zero next. So let's get into Katana Zero if there's no other questions. But yeah, I kind of like choked up. You guys are being so nice. So thank you for that. All right, Sphere. See you soon. Yeah, Kirby. Great to see you in here as well, because I've been seeing you as well on Twitter. Okay, I'm enjoying these comments. I'm well spoken. That's good to hear. It gives me some confidence. All right, Violet. See you around. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Now to get into Katana Zero. Hopefully I can get to it without any technical problems. So I want to turn on my Switch first, I believe. Unplug this guy. Knock off Coke there. Okay, it's working. That's good. That's good. Alright, like I said, I need help with audio, so please let me know if the audio is fine. Can you hear the game?